appears like it's important to you and you want it to work out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, it sounds to me like all you have to do is make Grace feel like you will not cheat anymore.
How long ago did all this happen?
Which time?
The last time. The last bangability.
2 years ago.
Okay. Wow. And there's still a lot of pain there, obviously.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And you have kids, right?
Yeah, we do.
3.
How many times does this get brought up?
On a daily basis.
Lately it has. I mean, but it's because I don't even know how it started. A couple of months ago, we had started arguing about something.
I can tell you how it started. My husband knows exactly what kind of sexual drive I have. And part of why I married him is he's one of the only people I've ever been with that can satisfy that sexual drive. And when he backs off a little bit, every time in the past that he's backed off, he's banging someone else.
In your mind?
Yeah, well, no, he has been.
Oh.
Every other time in the past, he was banging someone else.
So he's not saving the energy for you, is what you're saying.
Right, and so in the last 6 months, he's backed off a lot.
Okay. Now, Mike?
Yeah.
You know how you don't give... You're probably not giving Grace enough credit here as far as her intuition. And, you know, at this point, you may be the boy that cried wolf here, too. Maybe you've just been tired legitimately, and you got to know where her head is.
But every time you've been tired in the past, you really haven't been tired.
Yeah,
just tired of her.
Yeah.
Right, I see that.
Now, Grace, what do you really think he's with somebody? You talk to him all the time? You know where he is all the time?
Actually, no. He has a tendency to like to disappear. In fact, I'm the boss of our company, and I had to fire him off of our night shift because he continually disappeared on a regular basis in the last few months.
Wow.
So, Mike, you didn't tell us that.
Well, no, I forgot that part. No, I didn't forget it. I mean, seriously. I do disappear, but what she's not telling you is when I disappear, you know, we got a lot of stuff that's stressing us out besides this one thing.
Yeah.
And when I get stressed out, I need time by myself where I start, you know, really thinking hard about.
Well, that's when you tell your wife you need some time alone. And being alone doesn't mean going out with the guys. Being alone means maybe sitting at home and, you know, locked in your office or something.
Right, exactly. But when I tell her that, it's, well, who are you going to be alone with?
Yeah, well, you don't blame her.
Well, right, exactly.
Yeah, you don't blame her.
But that's why I don't offer an excuse or anything else. I just tell her, well, you know, well, if you're mad because I disappeared, you're mad. I mean.
Well, that's just like he got mad at me. I disappeared this weekend. I didn't tell him where I was going.
And why did you do that, Grace?
Because I had had enough of it. I couldn't handle talking to him about it anymore.
And what did you do?
I went to a city I have never been to before and rented a hotel and watched ridiculously retarded movies all night by myself.
Why I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Well, and he finds it hard to believe also.
Mm-hmm.
And
he should, because it's
exactly.
It is totally preposterous.
Exactly what I did.
Well, then now you know exactly how he feels and you feel.
Right.
Okay.
That's not the problem, though. I mean, we both know how the other one feels. The basis of the problem is, right now she doesn't trust me. I don't trust her. We both want desperately to trust each other, and we just don't know how to make that happen.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't. You know, if it's never, I mean, it's been 2 years, and she does not trust you as far as she can throw you. There's no doubt about it. We can tell it a mile away here.
Well, before she brings this up, I know it's coming. Before we got married, we were dating, and I broke up with her to marry my ex-wife.
Okay.
And that's carried through to this marriage.
Okay.
That's, you know.
All right.
Yeah, that was a dumb move.
Because I did that. Yeah.
All you can do, as a regular dude here, Mike, who's supposedly madly in love with his wife and wants this marriage to work, all you can do is prove it to her that you want to be with her. And that means not disappearing at night. That's no excuses, no nothing. You tell her where you are, not as a checking in thing. You just have the common courtesy to let her know where you are and what's going on at all times. And over a while, this will go away. And not only that, you guys do some romantic things together. You show her how sexy she is. You show her how much you love her in all different kinds of ways. Because it sounds like she's more fed up with you, and it sounds like you're just trying to save it.
In the meantime, Jennifer, if you agree to this, you got to keep your pie hole shut for a while.
Grace.
Oh, it's line 2 there. I'm sorry, right above him. Yeah, Grace, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't badger him about it.
Jennifer's the chick he's sleeping with.
You gotta sit down and talk and go, you know what? I'm gonna give you another chance. I'm gonna give you another chance, but there's gonna be no more disappearing. There's gonna be no more this and no more that, and I'm not gonna badger you either. But as soon as I feel that it's gone, it's done, then we gotta stop.
In other words, the last ditch effort.
You know, you're not gonna go to counseling. You think that hasn't worked. At some point, you need to decide either to crap or get off the pot here.
Right.
What do you think of that idea?
About the crap or get off the pot?
Well, I mean, as far as sitting him down and going, hey, you know, prove to, you know,
Yeah.
are you cool with this, Mike? Proving her how much you want to be in this marriage?
Yeah, he proves to you he can do it, and you let him prove it without...
That's the key, is I've asked her about that, and she's, well, I'm not willing to give it that much time. It's going to take too much time. That's when we started with this open marriage.
Well, the open marriage is only going to suit, you know, that won't work with you guys. You guys don't trust each other. You have to have trust to have an open marriage. That's not going to solve it. That's going to ruin it. So you decide either if you want to be together or not. You know, you know, open marriage is for people that really trust each other, baby. Not you guys.
Yeah. They could walk into a room and see somebody on top of you and say, I agreed to that.
I have no problem with it.
That is not you two.
You know, and your bullcrap excuse, Grace, about, I need somebody all the time. He knows my sexual drive. Well, lighten up a little bit. It's not all about you either, okay?
Right.
But if you guys really want to make it work, both of you have to make some concessions. Lighten up and, you know, close your legs a little bit. You know, the dude's not a machine. And don't blame it on your sexual drive.
Which you use as an excuse to go see other guys.
Yeah. And Mike, if you really want to be with her, you'll have the common courtesy because you know what pushes her buttons. You know why she doesn't trust you. You can cover it better than we do, but you can do things to prove to her that, you know what, you're the only woman I want to be with forever. Yeah, we made some mistakes, but you're the only chick I want to be with.
You two are selfish. Knock it off.
Well, thanks for being the voice of reason, fellas.
Well, you really are. I mean, and now, all you got to do is decide that. And it's easy for you, Mike. It really is. And your bullcrap excuse, Grace, is like, well, no, it's going to take too long. I don't want to be with you. If that's the truth, then dump his ass now.
Then end it.
End it. Because if you're not going to give the guy a chance, then end it. If in your mind you think it's not going to work and you're not going to see the good things that he's doing, then dump his ass. Because of your sexual needs.
Okay.
Remember, there's 3 kids in the mix, too.
And that's a big part of the reason why we're trying to figure out how we can all be in the
if you think they want to be raised around this, you may want to give that another thought.
Mike, do you think you could show her all the time where you are and what's going on and not be so selfish and be a father and a husband and a lover?
I'm willing to try that as long as when I tell her where I'm at and what I'm doing, she doesn't go, sure.
Well, you don't blame her. You know, try to keep it to yourself. And if he ever does anything again, Grace, that's it. There'll be no open relationships because you guys can do anything you want at that point.
Right. And you will.
Are you willing to try to make it work, Grace, or do you think it's done?
I'm willing to let him try it one more time. That's it.
Mike, you know how to make it work, don't you?
Just
communication, buddy. You talk to her all the time. You show her how much you love her. You show her what a great father you are. You have time for your kids. You have time for her. You have time to let her know where you are and what's going on. You dump a few of your friends who are like maybe get you into some sort of trouble or you hang out with, and you be a guy. You be a father. You be a husband.
So
she'll notice it then.
Grace and Mike, what's it going to be?
We'll work it out.
And if it doesn't, you know, try to have an open mind through it, Grace, okay? Because if he's truly going to try, you know what helps a guy a lot?
Mm-hmm.
If he does some things like that, just say stuff like, you know what, I really appreciate it when you're letting me know where you are. It's really taking a lot of sting out of this and a lot of worry. I like the fact that you don't hang out with Jimmy too much anymore. I was just wondering what was going on. You know, tell him some of the good things that you're noticing. It goes a long way with guys, okay?
Right.
All right, sweetie?
I'll go home tonight and bang one out.
Yeah, we did that 5 times yesterday.
Yeah, dude, jeez.
Well, what happened?
You are a freak. Do something nice for each other today besides sex, okay?
Yeah. I could use some flowers.
I can do that.
All right, good luck to you guys, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Damn, 5 times. Son of a bitch.
Wow. He didn't sound dehydrated.
He didn't. He was still standing. He still had enough strength to dial a phone. Superman on line 3, it should have said. Let's take it.